Do we let love break us open again like the last time we did? For the first time it feels the same. Can you let your heart run free again and watch as love sweeps it away to that place you're not sure you can even remember your name? Do you dare to believe in these things that you're feeling inside? Could the castle you've built on the sand ever hold back the tide? And you don't know if you should start running or making your stand. And your heart has a mind of its own, it's never at your command. Still you follow and you make your first wish by that evening's first star. Don't we live for this falling in love? And don't we fall hard? Don't we live for this falling in love? And don't we fall hard? Can you let love make a fool of you like the last time you did? That was also the last time you swore it would never again. But it never feels foolish when you walk on that limb. It's high off the ground, though it seems so much better and higher than any place you've ever been. Is it truth or some fiction, this beautiful vision you see? Makes you think you're a moment away from the best it could be. And you don't know if you should start running or making you stand. And your heart has a mind of its own, it's never at your command. Still you follow and you make your first wish by that evening's first star. Don't we live for this falling in love? And don't we fall hard? Don't we live for this falling in love? And don't we fall hard? All your anger disappears, and all your doubting, all your fears, all those places you used to hide are tossed in the tide. Can you give love one more chance again, like the last time you did? And you stake your heart just once more, and that love will make you breathe again and trust in your passionate dreams. That's the only part of this stupid math that's sure. Do you dare to believe in this thing that you're feeling inside? Could this castle you've built on the sand hope to hold back this tide? And you don't know if you should start running, making you stand. And your heart has a mind of its own, it's never at your command. Still you follow and you make your first wish by that evening's first star. Don't we live for this falling in love? Don't we fall hard? Don't we live for this falling in love? And don't we fall? Don't we fall? Don't we fall? Don't we live for this falling in love? And don't we fall hard? Hi, my name is Sean Casey. I'm going to be singing you some songs today that I've written over the years. Some older, some newer. That was a song I wrote about 15 years ago, I guess I think it was that. It was called Castles in Sand. It's about learning to love again. In 1995, I did an album called The Age of Ascension and made the dubious business decision of putting it on cassette tape, which I still have, because CDs, while they were out, I decided to spend the money on fancy J cards, which are the little inserts. Seemed like a good idea at the time. But there's an album I'm proud of, and it's available on digital downloads, as they say. And someday I'm going to put that baby on CD. But it was about kind of growing up in more ways than one. This was the title track to it. It's called The Age of Ascension. You can't remember when it meant more to you, but you're questioning, and you find no clue why you only seem to feel the pain. Why so late you find you walking out in the rain? Come the age of ascension, it will be yours to explain. To explain. Is it too late to turn to innocence? Is it too late to stem my wickedness? Don't they even want to see me try? Surely would seem they've loved worse men than I. And just like me, you all must get so tired of asking why. Asking why. I'm running, I'm stumbling, I'm hurtling toward that door. No stopping, no shopping for shortcuts anymore. Can't you see those things that used to make you strong? Return and return, been gone so long. It's time to put your feet back in the race. It's time to paint some lifelines on your face. It's the age of ascension. Take your losses and take your place. It's the age of ascension. Take your losses and take your place. Take your place. Keep moving, keep grooving. You're losing each time you try to know your bright future. If it's so sure, could it be some lie? Thank you. That is called the Age of Ascension. Thank you for letting me play that for you. That's an oldie, by my standards. I came north to Vermont, I guess, 1990 or so, and got married and had a family, and life happens, and end up over here in Franklin County. After a divorce, and kind of feeling alone for a while, I kind of let that play out its way in my music a bit. I guess it's just natural because you write songs because you feel things. And I thought, it is all I have to show for my life at this point, a broken home. And I said, no, that can't be it. This is a song that is called Broken Home. Let it not be said I come from a broken home. Let it not be said I spend my days alone. If I knew that there was love there at the start, was it such a crime just following my heart? Am I gonna let this turn my heart to stone? Let it not be said I come from a broken home. If I said it was your love that brought me through, would that mean I had a debt to pay to you? And if I couldn't find a way to pay, or a way to make you wish that I could stay, would that mean that all I said was never true? If I said it was your love that brought me through, brought me through. You were turning away, and you were turning away. Checking out just seemed a fairer way. fareway. Is it true that time will take your pain away, and that tomorrow will be better than today? Or are we looking at some fatal flaw, and there is no way a frozen heart can thaw? No matter what you say or what you do, is it true that love will take your pain from you? You were turning away, you were turning away, and checking out you seemed a fairer way. You were turning away, you were turning away, and checking out you seemed such a fairer way. Let it not be said I come from a broken home. Let it not be said I spend my days alone. Let it not be said I come from a broken home. Let it not be said I come from a broken home. Let it not be said I come from a broken home. Thank you for listening to my confessional story here. You know, David Crosby said a neat thing about songs. He said, you know, if you lived my life, you'd write these songs. Because I think it's such a personal thing, like any art form. And I appreciate having the opportunity here at Northwest Access TV to play some of these songs for you. And hoping you find some you like. I'd actually like to do a song that was inspired by, you never know what's going to inspire you. At least I never do, but I was kind of thinking of Greek mythology once and the legend of Icarus. Icarus was he had his father Daedalus was a master craftsman, and he made these, he made wax wings out of wax and feathers, and for him and his son, and he said, okay, Icarus, now here's what we can do. We can soar up to heaven, right? And but we can't go too high, because if you go too high to the sun, you're gonna melt those wings and come crashing down. And of course, being a good son, Icarus didn't listen, and he was flying up there, and sure enough, the sun melted the wax on his wings, and the feathers went, and down he came. And the lesson is supposed to be one of pride, but I think it's a lesson of love, you know, and that, because I bet he was saying all the way down, man, I wouldn't trade this for anything, because I flew for a while. That's what love is, I think. That's what falling in love is. So addictive. And, you know, it's like you got these wings on you and you're soaring up to heaven. And it's all is right with the world. And damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. So this is a song that I called this Icarus, Song of Icarus, or Wax Wings. Well, I've got wax wings and no guarantees. Should I stay on the ground with the rest of them? Got a bad track record with experimentation. I can crash and burn with the best of them. I can crash and burn with the best of them. But if you said go, I'd go. And if you said fly, I'd fly. Wouldn't even ask to know. I wouldn't even question why. I wouldn't even question why. Well, I've got enough baggage for a supermodel and her sizable entourage. A steamer trunk full of the best intentions, like you keep out in your garage. Keep that damn thing out in the garage. But if you said go, I'd go. And if you said fly, I'd fly. Wouldn't even ask to know. I wouldn't even question why. I wouldn't even question why. I wanna fly up to heaven on these wings you gave me. I wanna soar up to heaven's face. I wanna glide past the sun on these same wax wings and float back to earth with your grace. I wanna soar on these wings that you've given me. I wanna know how to ask them why. I wanna soar, I want to glide, I want to fly. First I'll soar, and then I'll glide, then I'll fly. Well, I'm soaring, and I'm gliding. I may be falling, but I'm flying. Well, what would there be in this for you, you might ask? Given my history, just to soar to the sun on these same wax wings, it's love's own secret mystery. It's love's own secret mystery. So if your heart says go, just go. And if your heart says fly, just fly. If you could not possibly know, well, why would you even question why? Why would you even question why? I wanna soar up to heaven on these wings you gave me. Wanna soar up to heaven's face. I wanna glide past the sun on these same wax wings and float back to earth with your grace. I wanna glide on these wings that you've given me. I wanna know how to ask them why. I wanna soar, I want to glide, I wanna fly. I wanna soar, I want to glide, I want to fly. I'm soaring, and I'm flying. I may be falling, but hey, I'm flying. In the end, I'd rather fly. In the end, I need to fly. Oh, I'd risk this all to fly with you. I'd risk it all to fly. I'd risk it all to fly with you. I'd risk it all to fly. That was the Song of Icarus, or Wax Wings. I kind of get a lift out of that song because, you know, falling in love's great. I can do a song that some songs, you know, you think of as well, they're all metaphors, I guess, but they're big metaphors in your life. Wrote this song and finished it, and day of my stepdaughter's wedding, and I, because of a long, convoluted story, I wasn't there for that. And, you know, but relationships have go on, and they're ever changing. And I said, you know, everything that meant over the years, I said it could be a little flower, and that little flower is in her bouquet, and so the way I am there. And this is called Carried With You. At the county fair, you asked me how much this would cost. You were right, of course, without even counting in the loss. But it was always me on the outside looking in. still that way, and it's far too late to re-begin. And yet there was a time, there was this moment frozen in time. In the old backyard, you were sent to check on me, and that was not your job, but you did, and it meant the world to me. I could never tell you how much acceptance meant to me, and how proud I was, though no claim to your maturity. And yet was there something that I gave? And was it something you could say? Carry it with you on this your day of days. Carry it with you in your heart always. It may be the one thing on which all else depends. It may be the one thing that I ever gave you in the end. How long was it bleeding? When did you stop believing? How could it have no worth at all? Yet somehow I had still further to fall. So 1,000 miles away, yet I have a thought today, and I wish you well, no more than I could ever say. There would be a dance, but it does not belong to me, and the music plays the broken strings of melody, and yet there was a song. Was a moment we belonged. Carry it with you. This your day of days. Carry it with you in your heart always. It may be the one thing on which all else depends, and it may be the one thing that I ever gave you in the end. Carry it with you on this your day of days. Carry it with you in your heart always. It may be the one thing on which all else depends. It may be the one thing that I ever gave you in the end. I like to do this song. This is a song about the little bathtub shrines you see out here in Vermont and all over New England and everywhere. They're great repurposing things of people taking their old clawfoot bathtubs and burying them halfway in the soil and making a little shelter for their statue of the Blessed Virgin in them. Sometimes they'll paint the inside pink and blue and all kinds of things. And they're real nice, but it just sort of always struck me as a little bit ironic that this bathtub is kind of used for this august purpose. This song is called Blessed Mary of the Bathtub. Blessed Mary of the bathtub, we hold you deep within our hearts. We made a shelter for the Virgin from where we washed our private parts, buried halfway in the soil there where you can see it from the street. We got it blessed with holy water, our French-Canadian home's complete. It's not easy being Catholic amid the sins of man. Aren't you happy we recycle just the bathtub, not the can? Those Italians have their marble and their statues regal seen. Hope you find our buried bathtub a French-Canadian porcelain dream. Mea culpa, mea culpa. Blessed Mary, use the rug. Just be happy that that old toilet did not get replaced before that tub. We look for counsel from the tub. Blessed Mary of the bathtub, be with us in our hardest hours. You know you only got the bathtub when finally Papa bought a shower. Blessed Mary of the bathtub. I'm going to switch to a 12-string guitar here. Some people name their guitars. I said, well, I have a 6-string and I don't have a name for that, and I could call this 12-string 6 more things that could go wrong. But I'm just kidding. It has a great sound to it. I'd do another song off that album I mentioned earlier in 1995. It's a song called Looking for a Home. And all these years later, I'm still kind of looking for a home, I guess. I've been searching as much as I've been feeling, as much as I've been reeling from the things that I don't understand. And still I've been hoping, as much as I've been running, and somehow still believing that it's not too much to ask to find you and love you, to lose myself in you. Give it all away, you know I'll get it back and more, 'cause we're looking for a home, or at very least the next best thing, someplace where everything is mine for the asking. And I'm looking for a place, or maybe a person, a certain companion to guide me home. Oh, you are a lover, good times and children, quiet times listening to your loving heart. The things that it told you, did they really surprise you? Did they open your eyes to the things that make you strong? Like going your own way, having your own say, knowing the things you ask for are just the things you need, 'cause you're looking for a home, or at very least the next best thing, someplace where everything is yours for the asking. And we're looking for a place, or at very least a person, certain companion to guide you home. If I could tell you how much that I love you, how much that I need you to see what's in my heart, but there are no words to speak to eternity, to the love for eternity that I see for me and you. That's something that we deserve, it's something that we must serve, build us a home inside these trusting hearts. 'Cause aren't we looking for a home, or at very least the next best thing, some place where everything is ours for the asking? Aren't we looking for a place, maybe a person, a certain companion to guide me home? That's called Looking for a Home. I have a friend of mine who thought that would be a great ad placement for a realty company. I haven't found the realty company that would like it, but I can sort of hear it. I do a song that I wrote the song about a year and a half ago, I guess. Just for a moment. For a friend of mine that liked to hike, was going to hike she was hiking the long trail in segments, and that was intriguing to me. And would camp out alone at night, wherever she'd make camp for the night. And I was quite taken with her, and I take my old dog Warren out for riding, and or find a little spot that I used to go and play guitar in, and he used to be a beagle in, go hunting around. And this song came to me, and I didn't have anything to write down with, so I just said, just don't forget it on the way home. It was a real gift to me. I said, I told her this can be a lullaby when you're out on the trailhead. This is called Trailhead Lullaby. If you listen for the song of the stars, they've got a song, Even as they shoot by in space, you might never believe it so. But if you look long and hard enough, you'll see one shoot by. If you listen for the song of the shooting star, that's a trailhead lullaby. If you listen for the song of the wind, it's got a song, not only when it howls in a storm, but when easy spring breezes blow. Maybe the echo of all creation is there in its side. When you hear the song of the midnight wind, that's a trailhead lullaby. If you listen for the dream of the trees, for they've got a dream, Maybe it's to reach to the sky, not tethered to earth below. And shouldn't the dream of those trees be as grand as the treetops are high? And if you listen for the dream of those trees, that's a trailhead lullaby. Oh, it's a long way home, but I'm not alone. When I hear its song, I belong. listen for the song of the stars, the voice of the midnight wind, if you listen for the dream of the trees, they're there in the echoing. Great Mother Earth will protect you and cradle you there as you lie. When you are dreaming at one with her peace, that's a trailhead lullaby. When you are dreaming at one with her peace, that's a trailhead lullaby. It's called Trailhead Lullaby. I'd like to do a song like many families up here and everywhere. My extended family has been touched by the reality of Alzheimer's disease. This is a song wrote for my mother-in-law. We saw her gradually come into the grips of that disease. She eventually had to leave the family home and go into a assisted care facility. My son was very faithful about going to see her, and it was really hard on him the first time he went, and she didn't know who he was. And this is a song that kind of grew out of that experience. I'll sing this for Mary tonight and for everyone who's dealing with Alzheimer's. It's called Love Will Always Remember.
We have about 10 minutes before we have to pack things up and get ready for the sports show.
Okay.
Just FYI.
All right. Should I do that again?
You can go right into the song if you want, or you can, if you want to change it up.
Okay.
I can edit it so that the end of your story goes right into your song.
Okay. It's called Love Will Always Remember. They were married for some 61 years. It's a lot of sweat and laughter, a lot of joy and tears. They wondered aloud what his choice might be now. Age was so hard on his mind, but he smiled like he smiled when she'd hold his hand, and a peace came into his eyes. He said, just like he had for the last 6 decades, the good Lord will have to provide. Love will always remember, it's the only thing that survives. It's immune to the averages and the ravages of time. Love is more than expected, and it's more than you can believe. It's stronger than anger, it's stronger than pride, it's stronger than any disease. This all might pass away, love will always remember. Two of her grandchildren went to the home to visit with her yesterday afternoon. It was bound to happen sometime, and the day finally came, but it hurt so when she don't even know your name. But the touch of her hand, well, it still was as warm, just like it was on the day you were born. And there are some moments that time does not own and cannot take away. Love will always remember, it's the only thing that survives. It's immune to the averages and the ravages of time. Love is more than expected, it's more than you can believe. It's stronger than anger, it's stronger than pride, it's stronger than any disease. This all might pass away, love will always remember. And did you ever wonder what makes me shine? Was it my laughter or my twinkling eye? Well, they're not gone forever, they're just harder to find. So please look deeper, oh please look deeper. Just promise me you're gonna look deeper, deeper inside. know they call it the long goodbye. Hard not to think about it, hard not to cry. It doesn't mean I'm not me anymore if I can't do everything that I could before. And I still believe in my heart down deep there's a treasure trove of memories I get to keep. And there will be a time, and there will be a place, and I'll hold every hand, and I'll know every face. Love will always remember, it's the only thing that survives. It's immune to the averages and the ravages of time. Love is more than expected, and it's more than you can believe. It's stronger than anger, stronger than pride, stronger than that damn disease. This all might pass away, love will always remember. 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 I want to thank you folks that have listened to me sing these songs. Hope you found something you like. They're very personal to me, but there's a lot of universal things in them, I think. We have shared experiences. I'd like to end with a song. I recently had a hip replacement, my second one, so it's like I'm now with 30% metal. Better than ever. And this is a song that kind of wrote while I was doing it, because thinking about, what about replacement parts? We could replace everything and sand off all our rough edges. Is that really a good thing? It's called Replacement Parts. What is a heart? What is a heart? It's a strange, misshapen satchel full of dreams. The strangest souvenir. Where did it go? What can it be now? Did you know why? Somehow it all got wrapped up so in fear. But if it were titanium or even pure aluminum, and if it always functioned as designed, and if it could be bulletproof, impervious to lies or truth, I don't think that it ever would be mine. Oh no, I don't think that it ever would be mine. What are my eyes? What are my eyes? They're the windows to my soul, or just some lens looking into you. What do they see? Could it be that the colors that I fail to recognize, they all become some different hue? And if beauty is all perception, and I can change direction, does that mean this all is in my mind? And if everything I think I see is filtered through my history, well, isn't that the same as being blind? Oh, isn't that the same as being blind? If you took these worn out parts, and you took those broken pieces, and you swapped them all for new ones and improved, I would love no more completely. I would know no truth unspoken. I'd be as dangerous, I'd be as hazardous, I'd be as broken, I'd be as broken still. I'd be as dangerous, I'd be as hazardous, I'd be as broken. I'd be as broken still. And so be careful what you replace. Be careful what you remove. A far greater hand than yours made those edges not so smooth. So be careful, be careful. And if you took those worn out parts, and you took all those broken pieces, and you swapped them all for new ones and improved, I would love no more completely. I would know no truth unspoken. I'd be as dangerous, I'd be as hazardous, and I'd be as broken. I'd be as broken still. I'd be as dangerous, I'd be as hazardous, I'd be as broken. I'd be as broken still. Broken still. I want to thank you for coming on this musical journey with me. Appreciate it. My name's Sean Casey. Keep a song in your heart. I don't know who said that, but they were right. Thank you.